from Danberg. That one is grounded over to Lindekugel. He'll step on the bag at third. The throw to first. It is in time, and that is the ball game. Roll Eights on a 5-3.
It's time for Post-8 Playoff Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Here, Post-8 Baseball is brought to you by Kathy Sunshine Properties, Wagner Auto, Kruger Contracting, May Adam, Stalkin Peterson LLP, Cone Egg, and Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union.
Benson swinging away, ground ball on the left side, right by the bag. It's a fair ball. It'll go all the way out to the corner. Bridger Babcock will round third. He will come in to score. Ensign round second. He's on his way to third. He's got himself a RBI triple, and the A's will take a 4-3
Here, Post-8
lead.
Baseball is also brought to you by Overhead Door, Pierre Roofing and Gutters, Todd's Electric, American Family Insurance Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Shane's Pharmacy, Oahe Federal Credit Union, and Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota.
This will be popped up, first base side, long run for Alec Eilers, foul territory. Stosier gets over, and he makes an incredible diving catch to finish out the
Post-8
inning.
Baseball is also brought to you by Pierre Closets, Ferding Electric, Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, Xander Auto Parts, AGE Corporation Ready Mix, Comtech, Kruger Climate Control, Envirotech, DJ's Cenex, Hunsley Auto Body, and Bank West.
2-0 pitch, shuffled by with a high fly ball to left field. That one is going to get out for a leadoff bomb. Carter Shuffleby goes deep in his first at-bat.
And by CHS River Plains, Edward Jones Financial, Gales Gas, Lamb Motors, the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General Consumer Protection Division, AirTech Heating and Cooling, and First Dakota National Bank.
1-1 pitch. That is lined out towards center field. Coming in, Hunsley dives and roll Eights to the state tournament. An exclamation point.
And now to the booth for the call of the game with award-winning KCCR Sports Director John Winkler.
And a good morning as we welcome you back to Hyde Stadium for Game 2 of our best-of-3 series, as Post-8 will try to win both games today to advance to the state tournament. Watertown will need to win just once today to make that state tournament trip to Rapid City on Tuesday starting next week, as the Eights dropped a 5-4 decision to Watertown in that first game yesterday. It was a up-and-down game for both teams. Watertown took a 1-0 lead before Pierre ended up with a 3-1 advantage. Then it was tied 3-3. The Eights went up 4-3 before Watertown took that 5-4 advantage, and Jax McClemmons got a complete game win on the mound for Watertown Post 17. So they're down just one pitcher today, where the Eights are going to be down a couple of pitchers. Carter Templeton threw 75 pitches. He left with a arm injury, still feeling a little bit tight. Nothing that is maybe not necessarily overly concerning right now, but one that he's going to keep. They're going to keep an eye on, regardless of what happens today, whether they're in the state tournament or not. They're going to keep an eye on that on the arm for Templeton. But then Riker Edson threw 34 pitches. Porter Hunsley threw 30 pitches. So the Eights are in a spot where they want to be able to get to Will Danberg, who's on the mound, to throw well and get a complete game win, or at least get them close to getting that win so you can keep as many arms available going for Game 3. But, of course, you can't get to Game 3 without winning Game 2. So regardless of whether Danberg throws all 7 innings or if he only throws 1 inning, you got to make sure that you get a win here in this second game to get yourself to that third and final game to try and win the series. They will go against the lefty Hunter Halligan, who will make his start. We did not see Halligan pitch against Watertown a couple weeks ago, in Watertown against Post-8 a couple weeks ago. So it'll be the first time that we'll see Halligan throw for Watertown Post 17. But the Eights looking for a big win over this Watertown Post 17 team to get to Game 3 and try and extend the series out and try and get a win and get to that state tournament coming up on Tuesday next week in Rapid City, hosted by Post 22. One team has already advanced. There's another 6 teams that can win in Game 2 to get to the state tournament. 5 other series that will be going on. 2 other games that will get started with us here in just a little bit. Well, we will take a break. We'll come back and talk about all those matchups coming up here in just a little bit. Back in 3 minutes as you're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota in Pierre is proud to sponsor today's game. Whether you're in the market for a brand new Ford, Lincoln, or Toyota, or a quality pre-owned vehicle, our team is here to get you back on the road in style. From tough trucks to family SUVs, we've got the selection you need and the hometown service you deserve. Browse online anytime at CapitalCityFordToyota.com. Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, where community drives us forward.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Step up to the plate with Kathy Sunshine Properties in Pierre, your go-to for buying, selling, and finding your perfect home. Whether you're looking for a cozy cottage or a spacious family home, Kathy Sunshine Properties has you covered. We're committed to helping you make your next big move, on the field or in your life. Ready to find your dream home? Call Kathy Sunshine Properties at 605-224-5588. Your home run in real estate.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Tons Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Tons Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Tons Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Tons Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
As we welcome you back, we continue to get set here for a first pitch between Post 8 and Watertown Post 17. The winner of today's games will head on to the state tournament coming up on Tuesday next week in Rapid City. If Watertown wins either this game or would win that second game today, they will advance. Post 8 has to win this first game and then win game 2, which would be game 3, the best of 3 series, to advance to the state tournament. As we look at starting lineups, and this will be a Post 8 that will be the visiting team here in this ball game. If the 8s do win, then they will be the home team for game 3. But this is the starting lineup. Carter Shufflebein will lead things off. He's the shortstop. Hudson Stosher at second, batting second. Sunshine, the catcher, batting third. Trip Linda Kugel, the cleanup man, hitting fourth, playing third base. Will Eilers, the right fielder, will bat fifth. Jackson Goodman, the left fielder, batting sixth. Bridger Babcock will bat seventh. He's the first baseman. Riker Edson's the DH, batting eighth. And it will be Porter Hunsley, the center fielder, batting ninth. And Porter Hunsley is available to pitch today. He stayed the exact limit that you can be for 0 days rest. Now, he can only pitch in one of the 2 games because you can't pitch 3 games in 2 consecutive days or 3 games in 3 consecutive days. So you can only pitch one of those 2 games, but he is available to pitch. Riker Edson unavailable, Carter Templeton unavailable, but it would be here for this contest that today that Porter Hunsley could still pitch in one of these 2 games. For Watertown Post 17, and of course Will Danberg is on the mound for Post 8. For Post 17, Cole Hansen will lead off. He's the left fielder. Kane Everson, the second baseman, batting second. Carter Bisker, the shortstop, will bat third. Marcus Pitkin, the center fielder, batting fourth. Sam Olson, who went 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs, the DH, he's batting fifth. Jonathan Lake had the big RBI to tie the game at 4-4 yesterday. He's batting sixth. He's the catcher again. Kai Paulson, the third baseman, will bat seventh. Ashton Rabine, the first baseman, will bat eighth. And Jackson Fallick, the right fielder, batting ninth. Hunter Halligan is on the mound for Watertown Post 17. Coaches are going through the lineups right now. We'll take another break. We'll come back here in 2 minutes. We'll try and hear that. Yesterday, the microphone didn't work to hear the pledge from down in the field, the code. But we'll now take a 2-minute break. We'll come back and try and catch that before we get things rolling here this afternoon between Pierre and Watertown. Back in 2 minutes here on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
Step up to the plate with Overhead Door Company of Pierre. Like your favorite team, we deliver reliability, strength, and top-notch performance. For over 100 years, Overhead Door has been the most respected name in the industry. From commercial or residential repairs to full upgrades, our team of technicians stand ready to provide winning results. Don't let a faulty garage door strike you out. Look for the signature red ribbon and call the industry MVP at 605-224-6200. Bring your garage door game to the big leagues.
People helping people. Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebind Agency, LLC, 224-6627. As we welcome you back, we are continuing to get set here for first pitch between Pierre and Watertown in our best of three series, with the Watertown Post 17 leading 1-0 after winning game 1 5-4 yesterday. As we look at around the state, Sioux Falls West, they won the series over here on with a 10-0 win in game 1, then a 6-1 win in game 2. Yankton, the 3 seed, won 10-0 over Aberdeen in game 1 of that series. Brandon Valley beat Spearfish 5-0 in their first game. Brookings won 8-2 over Sioux Falls East. Rapid City Post 320, the 6 seed, beat the 11 seed Mitchell 13-4 in game 1. And then Harrisburg beat Renner 12-3 in their first game. That's the 8-9 matchup. Yankton and Aberdeen, Brandon Valley and Spearfish will get underway at the same time that we're getting underway. And then there will not be another game to be starting to be played. The if necessary games will all take place. Then Brookings and Sioux Falls East will play at 4 o'clock. So there's not a lot of time there. I mean, depending on how quickly if we played to, how quickly they go, we'll be done before even any other series would be done besides Yankton, Aberdeen, and Brandon Valley and Spearfish. And we'll try to get a little bit of a look in across the Yankton Aberdeen. That is courtesy of our friends of KYN TV. We'll try and get you a live look in every once in a while with Yankton Post 12 taking on the Aberdeen Smitties. But as they're going through the starting lineups, we'll again go through our starting lineups here for both these teams. As is Carter Shufflebind, the shortstop, leading off for Post 8. Hudson Stosher, the second baseman, batting second. Sonnenschein, the catcher, batting third. Trip Linda Kugel, the third baseman, will bat fourth. Will Eilers, the right fielder, batting fifth. Bridger Babcock, the first baseman, will bat sixth. So I have that wrong on on YouTube if you're watching right now. Jackson Goodman, the left fielder, batting seventh. Riker Edson, the DH, will bat eighth. And Porter Hunsley, the center fielder, is batting ninth. So you can flip-flop if you're watching on YouTube. Jackson Goodman, Bridger Babcock, you flip-flop those two. And that is how the lineup looks for post 8. So for Watertown, post 17, Cole Hansen, the left fielder, leading things off. Kane Everson, the second baseman, is batting second. Carter Bitsker, the shortstop, batting third. Marcus Pitkin, the center fielder, will bat fourth. Sam Olson, the DH, batting fifth. Jonathan Lake, the catcher, will bat sixth. Kai Paulson, the third baseman, batting seventh. Ashton Rabine, the first baseman, will bat eighth. And Jackson Fallick, the right fielder, is batting ninth here for Watertown post 17. Again, Will Danberg on the mound for post 8. Hunter Halligan on the mound for Watertown post 17. We did not see Hunter Halligan throw against post 8 a couple weeks ago in Watertown, as he is making his 16th start, 17th appearance from the spring and summer. He's at a 7-3 record, 58 hits, 45 runs, 34 earned runs, 49 walks, 83 strikeouts. The ERA at 3.34, whip at 1.5, and a batting average against at 212. So very good pitcher, very good lefty on the mound for Watertown here in Game 2 to try and close things out. He's thrown 71 in the third innings coming into the playoffs. Will Danberg, he's thrown 32 innings this summer. This will be his 7th start, 8th appearance overall, 4-1 record with a save. 27 hits, 16 runs, 9 of those 16 have been earned, 16 walks and 23 strikeouts. So an ERA under 2 at 1.97, a whip under 1.5 at 1.34, and a batting average against at 225 for Danberg. So he has been very good once again this year for post 8, and he's going to be very good and on top of his game. The 8s out hit Watertown yesterday 8-6, but they had just 3 guys left on base, and after Danberg had the RBI single to tie to give them the lead 4-3. That was it. That was no more base runners the rest of the way. Ended up being a total of 11 straight retired in a row by Jax McClemens to get the win for Watertown to pick up that Game 1 win and put all the pressure on Pierre. But while they are the road team here in Game 1, they are also then still home field advantage for post 8, as we'll send things down to Elton Bleemaster for the South Dakota American Legion Code.
I will keep the rules, keep faith with my teammates, keep my temper, keep myself fit, keep a solid heart in defeat, keep my pride under in victory, keep a sound soul, a clean mind, and a healthy body. This time, I ask you to please rise and join in singing our national anthem. Remind you to comrade, face the flag, and pay attention, to move all head cover, and place your right hand over your heart. Veterans of our uniformed military personnel may salute the flag. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare of arms bursting air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Jeff Fidel with the national anthem, and we are ready to go for baseball here this afternoon as we are rolling up to 12 o'clock at KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront Broadcasting Station. Emma Thielen is back in the studios. John Wickler with you, and this is the final time here at Hyde Stadium for the Senior Legion. We've got the 14U state tournament that we played here in Kelly Field starting tomorrow, running through Sunday. But for the Senior Legion, this is the final time here at Hyde Stadium this year, regardless of the outcome. And if the Eights are able to get to 2 wins, they will go to Rapid City to play in that state tournament as Post 22 hosting it. Post 22 and Sioux Falls West are both in. The 1 and 2 seeds are set. Post 22, the top seed in the state. Sioux Falls West, the number 2 seed. If Post 8 is able to come back and win, we still got to wait for everybody else to finish up. Yankton right now, if they win in their first game, they know they're going to be the 3 seed. But Brandon Valley, and then Brandon Valley as well, they know they're the 4 seed. But we'd have to wait for Brookings and Rapid City Post 320 to get done to know if we would move up or stay where they're at. Same for Watertown. If they win, they have to wait for all the other series to get done, other than the Harrisburg and Renner. They know they'll be behind them, but all those other series that could move them up in the standings, or they could be the 8 seed and playing against Post 22 in that first game. All of that will be determined by the end of the night, and the main thing for both these teams, they're not concerned about who they might play on Tuesday next week. They're concerned about what's in front of them right now. And Hunter Halligan with his warm-up tosses to get us started here in our best of 3 game 2 as the Eights are looking for a win. Again, they're hitting first. They're the road team here in game 2. They will be the home team if they do win. They'll be the home team in game 3 of this series to try and clinch their way to the state tournament. But Watertown will get that last at-bat here in this first game today. Another cool afternoon to get things rolling as we are at 72 degrees, feeling like 66 outside. We will take it. A little bit of chance of rain at 5 o'clock, but everything looks good before then. And I think even if we do end up with a little bit of rain at 5, I think we'll be okay. Hopefully we won't have even with 2 games, hopefully they don't go that long into it where we end up with a little bit of some rain to come through. But we're ready to go. Carter Schuffelbein is going to step to the plate here in game 2 of our best of 3 series. And Schuffelbein, who yesterday ends up going 1 for 4, got a leadoff single in the bottom of the first, came in to score. Couple lineouts and a ground out for Schuffelbein as he will dig in and get us started here. Hunter Halligan, the lefty, will get the first sign. Here is the first pitch. Swinging, fouled it right back and just to our left for strike 1. 12:02 for first pitch. So we are officially underway. Final day of baseball here at Hyde Stadium for the Senior Legion. The 0-1 pitch is inside and the count's 1-1. Schuffelbein tried to jump on that first pitch. A guy that has set the tone a couple times in the bottom of first with a couple leadoff home runs. He can set the tone here for the Eights, not necessarily with the leadoff home run, but as he did in game 1 with that base hit, that helped score 3 runs in the bottom of the first inning. 2-1 is the count here to Carter Schuffelbein. Halligan from the windup. That one is fouled away. And that one also off the press box. And the count is now at 2-2. We've been so. I mean, both of those foul balls have gone off the press box. If they could have been a little bit to the left and right, a little bit lower. Here's a fly ball to right field, moving over is Fallick. He'll make the catch near the line. And the leadoff man is gone here to open up our ball game. And it will bring up now Hudson Stosher, the second baseman. So Stosher, he is looking for his first hit here in the playoffs. Went 0 for 3 yesterday. He struck out and then 2 ground outs. Here's the first pitch from Halligan. That was a fly ball to right field again. Fallick moving back over towards the right field line. He'll put it away. 2 flyouts to right. 2 quickly down here at the top of the first. And it brings up Sutton Sunshine. As we look at the defense here real quick for Watertown, Hanson is left to Pitkin in center, Fallick in right, who's made 2 catches. Kai Paulson at third, Carter Bisker at short, Kane Everson at second, Ashton Rabine at first, Jonathan Lake behind the plates as the first pitch will come in for strike 1 here to Sutton Sunshine. The only thing that changed defensively for Watertown is the pitcher on the mound. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's upstairs, and it's a 1-1 count. That's because they have to change pitcher. Unless you're going to throw 30 pitches for a complete game, not likely that you can keep that same pitcher on the mound for both games. 1-1 pitch, ground ball to the right side for a base hit. It will get to the right fielder Fallick, but Sonnenschein is on. And a 2-out single, and the Aids have a 2-out base runner for now. Trip Lindekugel, who hit the ball really hard, going 2 for 3. A single RBI in the first inning. He doubled in the third, and then he flew out just shy of the wall in dead center as he went 2 for 3. Now we have time called, and Coach Neal is coming out to have a conversation with the home plate umpire. I don't believe... Well, they have Aiden Johnson right now running. I don't know if the courtesy runner is allowed in the playoffs or not. This will be an interesting one too, because if there's no courtesy runner, what do the umpires do? Because obviously that was Coach Iverson's plan. It was not just to put Aiden Johnson in the game in place of Sonnenschein, but if it is, then then Sonnenschein would be done for the rest of the game if they don't allow that switch to go back. Now, no pitch has been thrown. No announcement has come from... I'm not sure what they're... Johnson is coming back off the field. I believe they're putting Sonnenschein back to first. And of course, Sonnenschein probably had half of his gear on, so he's got to take the gear back off. And he will run for himself. And again, I'm guessing the biggest reason is that there is no courtesy runner in the playoffs, and that without a pitch being thrown, I think everything could be okay to put Sonnenschein back out on the base path. So it is a runner on at first. Sonnenschein is going to run for himself. Trip Lindekugel is at the plate. Here's the first pitch. That'll miss low and inside for ball 1. So still base runner anyway. It is still Sonnenschein on at first. Lindekugel hit the ball hard all 3 times to the plate, going 2 for 3. He'll swing at that one, ground that one to the right side for a base hit, and it's now first and second. Sonnenschein on his way to third. The throw coming in. He is going to slide in safely over at third to make it first and third. Lindekugel's got his 3rd hit of the playoffs. And the Yates are in business here with 2 outs. And Will Eilers with a chance to give the Yates an early lead. He had an RBI single in the first inning in game 1, going 1 for 3. So a big spot here for Will Eilers. Halligan will come set from the stretch. First pitch, he's swinging a miss for strike 1 to Eilers. Everything has gone to the right side of the field, the 2 flyouts and the 2 ground balls. The Yates have not been able to get around on the fastball of Halligan. He'll come set from the stretch, and then that one will be fouled back, and the count's quickly 0-2, and Eilers have to battle here with anything possible coming from Halligan. Number 5 man the batting order here for the Yates. Back-to-back singles, makes it first and third here with 2 outs. 0-2 pitch here from Halligan. Swing and a miss, and Eilers will strike out, and Halligan will work around the two-out singles. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the first. No score between Pierre and Watertown. Back in a minute on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Spring is the season for a fresh start, and that includes your technology. Whether you are looking to upgrade or need to breathe new life into your current device, CommTech is your one-stop solution. Experience the brilliance of LG OLED TVs, the immersive sound of Sonos and JBL, or the unmatched performance of Lenovo laptops. Buy with confidence thanks to our price match guarantee and 0% interest on selected purchases. We're your locally owned technology experts on the truck bypass. Comtech, we sell the best and fix the rest.
Koenig of Oneida, Pierre, and Winter has provided our services to growers of South Dakota for over 50 years. We focus on providing our customers with the products, services, and attention to detail that each farmer needs to succeed. For your individual needs of custom spraying, liquid or dry fertilizer, chemical, soil sampling, seed sales, and treating, stop in and see us at Koenig with offices located in Oneida, Pierre, and Winter.
As we welcome you back, it is the bottom of the first and a no score between Pierre and Watertown. American Family Insurance, Brittany Shufflebein scoreboard. And the Watertown Post 17 lineup. Again, we'll look at it here real quick as it is Cole Hansen, the left fielder, leading things off. Kane Everson, the second baseman, will bat second. Carter Bisker, the shortstop, batting third. Marcus Pitkin, the center fielder, batting fourth. Sam Olson, the DH, will bat fifth. Jonathan Lake, the catcher, batting sixth. Kai Paulson, the third baseman, batting seventh. Ashton Rabine, the first baseman, batting eighth. And Jackson Fowler, the right fielder, is batting ninth here for Watertown Post 17. And they go against Will Danberg, who will be making his seventh start on the mound, eighth appearance overall, 4-1 record, does have a save, 27 hits, 16 runs, but only 9 earned in those 32 innings, 16 walks and 23 strikeouts. An ERA at 1.97, a whip at 1.34, the batting average against at 225 against Danberg. As he'll finish his warm-up tosses, a quick look in here at the Yankton game going on. Got to take away all of our stuff here. They are in the bottom of the first. Yankton and Aberdeen, no score between those two teams. So Aberdeen gets a big 0 in that first top half of the inning. So Cole Hansen on the mound here, or at the plate. Will Danberg on the mound. Hansen yesterday goes 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. First pitch will miss low for ball 1. Danberg, that first pitch strike percentage at 58%. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one will catch the zone, evens the count of a ball and a strike. Danberg doesn't walk a whole lot of guys, only 16 walks in 32 innings. Here's the 1-1. That'll miss low, and the count's 2-1. On top of that, 20 of those 32 innings have gone with 0 walks. So when he has walked a guy, it usually turns into maybe a multiple walk half inning. Got to limit how many free passes you give throughout this ball game. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's high, and the count's 3-1. Kane Everson, the second baseman, is on deck. He awaits as Danberg will come set from the stretch. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That one will find the zone in the outside corner, and the count's now 3-2. A big payoff pitch coming here, the first man to come to the plate. Here in the bottom of the first between Pierre and Watertown. Yes, here at Hyde Stadium, Watertown still the home team here in game 2. 3-2 pitch. This will be flown out towards left field. It'll slice away down the line. It will land fair, and it'll be a base hit, and Goodman having trouble picking it up out in the outfield. It's going to be a double, and it'll be a leadoff double here for for Cole Hansen. And already early trouble here in this bottom of the first inning. And so Hansen on at second, his first hit of this best-of-3 series. And now Everson, the second baseman, with a chance to give Watertown a quick lead. He went 0 for 2 with 2 walks yesterday. Watertown had just 6 hits. Sam Olson had half of those hits. Carter Bisker and Jonathan Lake, number 3 and number 6 hitters, with Olson being the number 5 hitter, had the only other hits. Bisker had 2, Lake had an RBI double. So 6 of the 9 guys in the lineup failed to get a base hit yesterday for Watertown. Showing bunt, pulling it back, taking it outside for ball 1 is Kane Everson, and they're trying to play maybe a little bit of small ball to put that runner just 90 feet away and allow Bisker to try and just hit one of the outfield. to give Watertown the lead. Here's the 1-0 from Danberg as he'll come set from the stretch. Check the runner at second. He'll deliver. Another bunt attempt. That one will be on the outside edge, but that's taken for a strike, and the count's now 1-1. And faintly here, Coach Ryan Neal for Watertown yelling out the numbers for their signs. Here's the 1-1 now from Danberg. Showing bunt again. This one will be dropped in front of the plate. Bridger Babcock will pick it up. His throw to first. Stosher covering. And there's the first out. Here in the bottom of the first inning, the runner will advance over to third. So a good play. 3-4 on the sacrifice bunt. And one down for Carter Bisker. Bisker went 2 for 4 yesterday, 2 singles in the first and third inning. Now the number 3 hitter's got a chance for just a fly ball to bring in that game's first run. Danberg will go back to work from the windup here with that runner on at third and 1 out. Here's the first pitch. Line shot over to Stosher. He will field. He'll look the runner back, and a great play by Hudson Stosher. Had all kinds of time because he's a second baseman. He did not have to get rid of that ball quickly. And he was able to look Hanson all the way back to third before he threw the ball to first to get the second out. And now there's 2 away, and it brings up Marcus Pitkin. If that's over to short at Shufflebein, he's going to be a little bit quicker to throw the ball to first. And granted, the throw's a little bit quicker to third if he wants to. But Stosher didn't quickly get rid of the ball. He was patient with it because he knew he had all kinds of time. That first pitch will miss inside for ball 1. To Marcus Pitkin. So now a runner on at third with 2 outs after the leadoff double by Hanson. Here's the 1-0 from Danberg. That'll catch the bottom of the zone at the knees, and the count's 1-1. Pitkin, he went 0 for yesterday, going 0 for 4, grounded into a fielder's choice, the only time that he reached base. Here's the 1-1. Here's a line shot. That'll be a base hit. A run will come in to score. Marcus Pitkin with the RBI single. Watertown strikes first and takes a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. And now here's Sam Olson, who went 3 for 4 with 3 runs driven in yesterday. Singled home a run in the first, singled home 2 runs in the third, and then he got a base hit in the 5th, and then came around to score on the RBI double from Jonathan Lake, so he did damage every single time he reached base. First pitch is over for strike 1 to Sam Olson, the DH. So Watertown takes a 1-0 lead. They did take a 1-0 lead at the top of the first yesterday. The Eights were able to answer, but this time they'll at least have the lead after the full first inning. Here's the 0-1 now from Danberg. That'll bounce in. That's a big block there by Sonnenschein. Eves the count of the ball and a strike to the Watertown DH. 2 hits in the inning, a double from Cole Hanson. The RBI single for Marcus Pitkin. Pickoff attempt, a little throw and dug out by Babcock, but no tag attempt from Babcock. So Danberg will settle back in on the mound. He'll peer in for the sign, and he'll come set from the stretch. Runner started to go. Danberg looks him back over. Now the 1-1 pitch. That'll be fouled away, out of play on the left side. And the count's now 1-2. Pitkin was trying to get a big jump on Danberg. Was not able to continue his run towards second. Otherwise, he'd have been picked off between first and second, whether he'd been safe or not. He had to make a quick decision. Here's now the 1-2. Runner takes off, pitches high, the throw to second, shuffle by with a tag. He is out in seconds, and that will take care of the inning. Shuffle by with the tag, the strong throw from Sun and Shine. That's the 18th man that he's caught stealing this year. And the Eights, after a run scores on 2 hits without an error, no one left on base, the Eights will try and tie the game back up as we head to the top of the second. 1-0 lead for Watertown. Back in a minute on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
For over 60 years, Verding Electric has been powering homes and businesses across central South Dakota. When you need reliable electrical service, trust the experts with decades of experience. Whether it's a simple residential repair, a complex commercial installation, or even electrical work on your farm, Verding Electric has you covered. And if you're tired of searching everywhere for that hard-to-find bulb, Verding Electric carries a wide selection of bulbs, including those hard-to-find fluorescent and specialty options. Visit us at 2903 East Elizabeth Street or call today, 605-224-8684.
As we welcome you back, it is the top of the second. Post-State's down 1-0 in the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. Interesting email that I got from Brandon Sarda just a little bit ago with the South Dakota Umpires Association rules for all Legion divisions that a courtesy runner are allowed for pitcher and catcher. Cannot be the same runner in the same inning. So, again, not unless Aiden Johnson was not maybe listed on the lineup, that would have been the only thing, but he is on the lineup, so I don't know what it could have been because a courtesy runner is allowed. All Legion Age divisions, again, this is coming from the rules that were sent of working in postseason Legion tournaments. As the first pitch is a strike. Here to Bridger Babcock, here to start the top of the second. Here's the 0-1 to Babcock. He'll foul that one away. And the count's now 0-2. Babcock had 2 hits yesterday. He went 2 for 3. RBI single in the bottom of the first. And then he singled and scored in the 4th inning. 0-2 pitch. That is fouled away. And we'll do it again here at 0-2. Pitch from Halligan. There's a ground ball to the right side that'll be fielded by the second baseman Everson. The throw to first is going to be in time. Babcock, the left-handed hitter, so when it went to the right side, he was still in front of that pitch. And there's the first out here in the top of the second. And it brings up Jackson Goodman, the left fielder. Goodman went 0 for 2 as a DH before he came out of the ball game. Riker Edson went into pitch, but then he stayed in the game when Porter Hunsley went to the mound as that first pitch is over for strike 1. So Goodman had just 2 at-bats in that first game as he comes in hitting .275 to this postseason. Counts quickly 0-2 here to Goodman. Lefty Halligan will deliver the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. A 3-pitch strikeout, and there's now 2 down here in the top of the second, and it will bring up now Riker Edson, the DH. Edson had just 1 at-bat, again, in place of Goodman in the lineup. He flew out to right in his only trip to the plate. .221 batting average on the season for Edson. That first pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 from Halligan. That one is upstairs, and the count's now 2-0. Left-hander Halligan will deliver the 2-0 pitch. That one will miss outside, and it's now a 3-0 count after 2 quick outs. Halligan in danger of walking Riker Edson, which will allow the number 9 man Porter Hunsley to come to the plate. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Taking it all the way, taking it high for ball 4, and it will be a 4-pitch walk. And the Eights have a base runner here with 2 outs. It brings up Porter Hunsley. Hunsley went 0 for 3, 2 flyouts to center. Also ground out to the first baseman. Hunsley was 1 tick shy of 300 on the season batting average-wise. Did drive in 12 runs throughout the course of the regular season. That pitch is over for a strike, and the count is 0-1 here to Porter Hunsley. Here's the 0-1 from Halligan to Hunsley. There's a line shot. That'll be a base hit. And it makes it first and second here for Carter Schuffelbein. He'll get a chance to still swing the bat in this top of the second. And he's got a chance to tie the ball game up. First hit of the postseason for Porter Hunsley. Brings up Carter Schuffelbein. He flew out to right in his first at-bats. You hear the wind is blowing in right towards the press box from the American flag out in right center field. First pitch swinging, fouled it back for strike 1. Schuffelbein finished the regular season at a .432 batting average. He had 8 doubles, 5 triples, and 3 home runs. It led the team with 24 runs driven in. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This will be fouled out of play on the right side, and the count now is 0-2. And Halligan looking for a strikeout against Schuffelbein. Here's the 0-2. This will be popped up on the right side on the infield. The first baseman will call for it, and Rabine, and he'll make the catch, and that will take care of the inning. Another 2 guys stranded on for Post State on 1 hit in the inning. We head to the bottom of the second. It is a 1-0 lead for Watertown over Pierre. Back in a minute on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
When you're looking for quality trash pickup services, look no further than Envirotech. 6 days a week, their trucks are on the road picking up trash, even holidays. They're also the place to contact for recycling services. Their friendly, professional staff is ready to assist with weekly pickups or even special pickups. Check out the website at envirotechwaste.com. Envirotech is locally operated. Call 224-4804. Envirotech Waste Services in Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
For over 20 years, Shane's Pharmacy has been serving the Fort Pierre area as your locally and veteran-owned independent pharmacy. From fast prescription service and free local delivery to immunizations and rapid strep testing, our experienced team is here with the personal care you deserve. We're honored to care for our family, friends, and neighbors, and proud to support our local high school athletes. Experience the difference personal care makes at Shane's Pharmacy. Feel better for less and stay well with us.
As we welcome you back, it is the bottom of the second and a 1-0 lead for Watertown over Pierre on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. 5, 6, and 7. Sam Olsen will come back to the plate after he was left there when Marcus Pitkin was thrown out trying to steal second. Jonathan Lake and then Kai Paulson will follow him. As Danberg nearly worked around the leadoff double to get out of that without a run scoring. But now for Sam Olsen, the DH got to see a lot of pitches thrown by Danberg in that last half inning or in the bottom of the first. So now here in the bottom of the second, a chance to basically have your second at-bat against him as that first pitch will miss low and inside for ball 1. Again, Yankton and Aberdeen underway. Brandon Valley and Spearfish also underway. The next series to get started today is Brookings and Sioux Falls East at 4 o'clock. That pitch will be outside. The count's 2-0. Here's the 2-0 from Will Danberg into Sam Olsen. From the windup, he'll deliver. That will miss low, and it's quickly a 3-0 count here for Danberg to try and work back from. Rapid City Post 3:20 in Mitchell. It's a 4 o'clock Central Time start. Now they've also got the Junior Legion playing there too. So there's a potential of that, and it was yesterday, that things got pushed back as a 3-0 pitch hits the knees, and the count's now 3-1. Then Harrisburg and Renner will start at 5 o'clock in their second game of the best of 3 series. When you only have to drive about 20 minutes, it's easy to have 2 night games. 3-1 pitch is flown out to left field. Jackson Goodman will come in, and it'll bounce off of his glove. And he cannot make the catch out and left, and it's a leadoff error. It's the first error between these two teams. Did not have an error yesterday between Pierre and Watertown, but there's the first one, and now Pierre's got to work around it. Jonathan Lake, the catcher, to the plate. Lake had the RBI double that tied the game at 4-4 back in that top of the 5th of Game 1 yesterday. Here's the first pitch from Danberg. That one will catch the outside corner for a strike. Danberg will get ahead of the catcher, Lake. And Lake was one of those 3 guys that got a base hit, went 1 for 4 with 2 strikeouts with that RBI double. Danberg will check the runner at first. He'll come set. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that one will miss low, and the count is at 1-1. Brandon Valley's got a 2-0 lead on Spearfish. Yankton leads Aberdeen 3-1. If those 2 scores would hold, that would be the number 4 and 3 teams into the state tournament. Brandon Valley, the 4 seed, Yankton, the 3 seed. So the top 4 teams would all advance. Pickoff attempt, and diving back in safely at first is Sam Olson. Post 22, Sioux Falls West, they're both in. The number 1 and number 2 seeds. Post 22 did not have to qualify for the state tournament as they are the host team. This will be flown out into center field. Backing up is Porter Hunsley. He'll get underneath it. He'll make the catch for the first out. And one down here in the bottom of the second. It brings up Kai Paulson, the third baseman. Which technically after today, regardless again what happens, Post 8 won't have to play in this best of 3 series next year as they're the host team in 2027. So their spot will be locked no matter what happens throughout the regular season next year. They will now have to play that best of 3 series. Here's the first pitch from Danberg to Paulson. That one catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. Curveball that dropped in right at the knees. No runs, 3 hits, and an error for Post State here with 1 out in the bottom of the second. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors for Watertown. Here's the 0-1. That'll bounce in and a block there by Sun and Shine. One count. Danberg will come set from the stretch. Check the runner at first, and then deliver the 1-1. That'll catch the bottom of the zone again in the outside corner, and the count's now 1-2. He's living down at the bottom of the zone. Those pitches have been there, called strikes. To be low in the zone, you don't want to leave things too high, so Danberg continues to work there. He's not going to get beat a whole lot without some really good swings by Watertown. Here's now the 1-2. That'll bounce in, it'll get to the backstop, and it'll be a wild pitch that will put the runner on at second. And so now the count goes to 2-2. And Kai Paulson, the third baseman, with a chance to extend this lead here for Watertown. 0 for 2 yesterday with 2 strikeouts, did draw a walk. Here's the 2-2. That'll miss outside, and the count's now full at 3-2. Leading away from second is Olsen. Reaching on the air to open up the inning. 3-2 pitch from Danberg. That is taken for strike three on the outside corner. All three of those strikes right around the same spot for Paulson, but he couldn't pull the trigger any time. And he'll go down looking for the second out. And Ashton Rabine, the first baseman, with 2 outs. Danberg looking to get out of this inning without any damage. Rabine in game 1 yesterday went 0 for 2 with a walk. Here's the first pitch. That'll miss low for a ball. Ace will have 2, 3, and 4 at the top of the third inning. Trying to keep this being a 1-0 game. Danberg will get the sign, and he'll come set from the stretch. Checking the runner at second, the 1-0 pitch. That's over for a strike. Evens the count on a ball and a strike here from Will Danberg to Ashton Rabine. Right now, Danberg sitting at a total of 33 pitches. He has 34th pitch upcoming. Here's the 1-1 now from Danberg. That'll be high, and the count's 2-1. Rabine and then Fallick. This is 8-9 in the batting order, with 2 outs and a runner on at second here in the bottom of the second inning. Danberg from the stretch. He'll come set, deliver the 2-1. Chopper off the plate, and it'll be fielded by Babcock. He will underhand flip to Danberg, who will cover to get out of the inning. Leadoff air does not come to pass. And the Eights still trail it 1-0 at the end of 2 innings. As we head to the third, 1-0. Watertown leads it. Back in a minute on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports. When your tank's running low and your stomach is growling, there's one place Pierre trusts, DJ Senex. Feel up fast, grab ice-cold drinks, selection of fresh donuts, and that perfect cup of coffee to keep you moving. Friendly faces, quick stops, and everything you need right when you need it. So next time you're on the go, make the easy stop. DJ Senex. Fueled by community, driven by you.
For years, you have trusted Larry Fry Heating and Cooling to keep your home comfortable, no matter the season. Now that same commitment to quality service and expert care has a new name. Introducing Kruger Climate Systems. We're familiar faces, the reliable technicians, and the same dedication you've always known, now under a new banner. From essential repairs and routine maintenance to brand new installations, we're here to ensure your home's perfect temperature. Kruger Climate Systems, your trusted partner for a comfortable home. Call us today for all your heating and cooling needs.
As we welcome you back, it is the top of the third and a 1-0 lead here for Post 17 of Watertown over Pierre Post 8. Before we get to the top of the third inning, give you a live look in at Yankton and Aberdeen. A 3-1 lead for Yankton still in that third. As Yankton's trying to extend that lead, but also find a way to get the win and advance to the state tournament and drive all the way from Yankton to Rapid City for that state tournament. That'll be coming up next week, Tuesday. First pitch to Hudson Stosher is over for strike one. Stosher flew out to right in his first at-bat, 0 for 1. Again, still looking for that first hit of this playoffs. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a line shot to center coming in, and it will be a base hit, and it somehow found the glove of the center fielder Pitkin on the hop. Otherwise, it could have gone for a potential at least triple. If not, Stosher on his horse could have found his way rounding all the bases. But Pitkin was able to somehow keep that in front of him. And it's now Sutton Sonnenschein who had a base hit in his first at-bat. Here's the first pitch from Halligan. Sonnenschein showing bunt, takes it back, takes it high for a ball. Number 3 hitter looking to show bunts. You're trying to It's a one-run ball game right now. Anything to get this ball game tied and kind of set everything over again. That one a pickoff attempt, and back in safely over at first is Stoscher. Sonnenschein digs back in. We'll see if he's going to be bunting another time. Halligan will come set from the stretch. He'll show bunt. He'll pull it back another time and taking it high, and the count's now 2-0. And do you give the bunt sign again, or do you give an opportunity for Sonnenschein to swing away with a 2-0 pitch? Halligan, Sonnenschein shows bunt. He'll take it high a third time, and the count's now 3-0. And this time you might as well show bunt and pull it back regardless if it's down the middle or not. Halligan hasn't been able to find the strike zone. .3-0 pitch here from Halligan. Sonnenschein instead is a pickoff attempt, and back in safely over at first is Stoscher. Sonnenschein was showing bunt. And he's probably going to show bunt and pull it, hopefully would pull it back regardless of where the pitch is at. Here's a 3-0. They'll pull it back and taking it for a strike, and the count's now 3-1. Now we'll see if Sonnenschein is going to swing away here. 3-1 pitch. Halligan. It'll be bunted down the first base side. Halligan will pick it up. The underhand flip will be just in time for the first out. But moving to second will go Stoscher. Sacrifice is good, 1-3. And there's one down here in the top of the third, and it brings up Lindekugel, who is 1-for-1 with a base hit. His first trip to the plate. Lindekugel digs in, looking for a base hit to try and tie this ball game up here at the top of the third. That one is upstairs for a ball. Two for three yesterday. Had a base hit here in game one so far. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That is upstairs, and the count's now 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch now to Lindekugel. Halligan will check the runner at second. That one's fouled straight back, and the count's now 2-1. Halligan from the stretch. The 2-1 pitch. That'll miss low, and it's now a 3-1 count here to Lindekugel. This is a big opportunity here for the cleanup man for Post 8. Base hit somewhere. Hard line drive can tie this game up. Good hitters count. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. He was looking for a 2-1 lead instead of a 1-1 tie. Now the count's full at 3-2. One out here in the top of the third. 3-2 pitch. That one's fouled right back. And we'll do it again here at 3-2. Full count pitch upcoming again here to Lindekugel. From the stretch, he'll deliver. And a swing and a miss. And Lindekugel will strike out for the second out. And there's now two down here in the top of the third, and it brings up Will Eilers, who is 0-for-1 with the strikeouts. Only the ninth time in what would be now 60 plate appearances that Lindekugel has struck out. Does not strike out very often. But now two away, Stoscher on second. First pitch to Eilers is outside for ball one. Eilers had an RBI single yesterday. He's one RBI away from 20. Be a perfect time to get that 20th RBI of the year. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fouled back to the netting, and the count's now 1-1. Hunter Halligan trying to work through 3 complete here at Hyde Stadium. 1-1. This will be popped up on the infield. Halligan's calling for it. Now he'll give way for the first baseman to come in to make the catch. Then Rabine will finish out the inning. No runs after the leadoff hit. No errors and a man left on base. We head to the bottom of the third. It's still 1-0 lead for Watertown over Pierre. Back in a minute on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Stulken Peterson LLP has been your local CPA firm for over 40 years, offering tax preparation, bookkeeping, payroll, and consulting services. If your business, farm, or ranch needs professional, accurate, and reliable services, we are your firm. Our clients are our #1 priority. If you need a higher level of accounting service, give us a call at 605-224-5828. That's Stulken Peterson LLP, 222 East Missouri Avenue in Pierre.
Has life left a dent in your ride? Or maybe you're dreaming of a fresh start for your classic? At Hunsley Auto Body and Sandblasting, we bring vehicles back to life. Located right here in Fort Pierre with over 25 years experience, we specialize in expert auto body repair. From minor dings to major collision work. Got a boat or RV with fiberglass damage? We handle that too. And for projects needing a complete refresh, our professional sandblasting service preps anything ready for a perfect finish. For quality work you can trust, Hunsley Auto Body and Sandblasting, 605-280-4451, 310 West Highway 1434 in Fort Pierre. It is the bottom of the third. 1-0 lead for Watertown over Pierre on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. 35 pitches so far for Will Danberg through 2 innings. 47 pitches, from Hunter Halligan through 3 innings. As it looks like Aiden Johnson is going to go in and play left in place of Jackson Goodman. So Johnson will be in, and he'll hit then second next inning. And he'll get his first action here of the playoffs, as it is going to be 9-1-2 here for Watertown. Jackson Fallick, Cole Hansen, and Kane Everson. Fallick yesterday in game number 1 went 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Here's the first pitch from Danberg. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and taking it low and outside for ball 1. So again, Fallick, Hansen, and Everson. He might reach his base, so it'll go to Carter Bisker. A big inning here for both these teams, with it being 9-1-2 right now for Watertown. That'll catch the zone for a strike, and it evens it at 1-1. The Eights will have 6, 7, and 8 in that top of the 4th inning. Still trying to generate that first run of the ball game for Pierre. Here's the 1-1. There's a ground ball off to the right side. Bridger Babcock will stay down on it, and he'll race the bag, and he'll win the race for the first out. And Fallick is retired to open up the bottom of the third, and it brings up Cole Hansen now to the plate. Again, Watertown is the home team in this game here at Hyde Stadium in Pierre in game 2 of our best-of-3 series. The lower seeds get to be the home team in the second game of the best-of-3 series, and then the home team obviously gets, Pierre was home yesterday, and then they'll be the home team in game 3 of this series, just like it was last year when the Eights came back from a 1-0 deficit to beat Huron and advance to the state tournament. This will be popped up down the left field line, but that will slice foul. And a first strike to Cole Hansen, trying to replicate what he did in that first inning, where he had that slicing fly ball that landed a foot fair, if that. I mean, it was almost it was a fair ball for sure, but it was almost hitting the line, and probably as close to hitting the line as it can. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That'll be upstairs, and the count's 1-1 now here to Cole Hansen. Again, didn't reach base yesterday, but now 1 for 1 in this game, and second time through the order for Watertown post 17. Here's the 1-1 now from Danberg. That'll bounce in, and we'll get to the backstop. The count's now 2-1. Watertown, they knocked off Pierre 2 years ago in Watertown in that best-of-3 series where the Eights gave Watertown everything that they could handle. That one's over for a strike as Hansen couldn't pull the trigger. The count's now 2-2. And then last year, Watertown and Pierre opened up the state tournament, I guess ended day 1 of the state tournament, that first round game where Watertown had clipped the Eights. Pierre lost 2 one-run games in the state tournament last year. That one will miss just high, maybe a little bit outside. The count's now 3-2. Looking for a second strikeout here is Danberg. Payoff pitch coming here from the right-hander. So work from the windup and deliver the 3-2. There's a high fly ball towards left center field. Moving over is Porter Hunsley to his right to make the catch for the second out. And there's now 2 down, and it brings up Kane Everson to the plate. Everson had a sacrifice bunt in his first trip up. So no official at-bat for him in this game. Didn't move Hansen from second to third, and then the RBI single from Marcus Pitkin gave Watertown that 1-0 lead. Here's the first pitch. That will miss low for a ball. Here to Everson. 2 outs, nobody on here. The bottom of the third, 1-0 lead for Watertown. 1-0 pitch. That one's over for a strike. Evens things up at a ball and a strike here for Will Danberg. In the Eights with 6, 7, and 8. In that top of the fourth inning, Bridger Babcock, Aiden Johnson, and Riker Edson. 1-1. That'll miss low, and the count's 2-1. 2-1 pitch here from Danberg. Working from the windup. Ground ball over to Lindekugel at third on the short Hophill field. His throw to first is high, but Bridger Babcock stays on the bag. And it's a 1-2-3 third inning for Will Danberg. We have the fourth. It is still 1-0 for Watertown over Pierre. Back in a minute on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
As we welcome you back, it is the top of the fourth and a 1-0 lead for Watertown on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. 6, 7, and 8 here for Bridger Babcock, Aiden Johnson, Riker Edson for post 8. As they are trying to get to Rapid City next week and take on any one of the 8 teams that are going to be in that in the state tournament. As Bridger Babcock will step to the plate. Hearing from Conrad Reeder, the head coach of the Rushmore Thunder. First pitch, Babcock will show bunts. He'll pull it back, trying to drag bunts. They will see if he offered at it. Kind of hard for the third base umpire to, again, it's a lefty, but trying to see if he offered the pitch. Really hard to know if the ball went across the plate and he still had the bat out. 1-0 pitch. There's a swing and a miss, and the count's now 1-1. Coach Reeder listening on this afternoon. Post 22 and Jackson Reeder and then White Reeder, as this is a ground ball to the left side. A tough play for the shortstop coming in Bisker, but the throw to first on the run is picked out by Rabine, and there's one down here in the top of the fourth, and it brings up Aiden Johnson for his first trip to the plate. Aiden Johnson making his playoff debut here in this top of the fourth inning. Hit 167 during the regular season with 2 doubles, drove in 4 runs, and he scored 12 times. Love to see him on base and scoring for the 13th time. That first pitch is at the knees for strike 1. White Reeder, who left after a couple weeks or a month after the post-22 season started to play out, I believe, in Kansas area, has rejoined the post-22, so he's back, and that's a big stick in the lineup for post-22 to have back already a good baseball team, and they add on the Nebraska commit back, not even just add on, they add back the Nebraska commit, and he'll be a part of that state tournament team coming up next week, Tuesday. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That'll miss low, and the count's now 3-1. Of course, he's looking to add one more state championship onto his resume before heading for college. When got a couple of state championships in hockey, and now looking for another state championship in baseball. There's a swing and a miss. And the count's 3-2 now to Aiden Johnson. Full count with 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the fourth inning. Watertown leading Pierre 1-0. 3-2 from the left-hander. Swinging a foul back, and Johnson stays alive. He is number 7 in the batting order now in place of Jackson Goodman. Riker Edson, then Porter Hunsley before they get back to the top of the order. 3-2 pitch from Halligan. That'll be taken for strike 3. The ball is dropped by the catcher in Lake. The throw will go to first, and that will be in time. And there's now 2 down. Pitch on the inside corner for a strike. Lake tried to backhand it and bounced off of his glove. And now it's Riker Edson to the plate with 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the fourth. And Riker Edson trying to be a 2-out base runner. Drew a walk in his first trip to the plate. They've got themselves back with 2 guys on base in that second inning with 2 outs. Did not score. And there's a check swing called a strike anyway, and the count's 1-1 here to Riker Edson. 1-1 pitch. That one is grounded between the legs of Coach Elliott Life, who jumped and had his helmet pop off. I don't know if we got the replay of that. We can see the replay of that swing. Yeah, there you go. A little jump and the helmet gets caught by Coach Life. So the count goes now 1-2. So every once in a while showing the athleticism for Coach Life. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one's fouled back, and that one will bounce off, and there goes the crown mic all the way down. All the way to the bottom after the foul ball bounces off the window. Get the crowd mic set back up. 1-2 pitch, that'll be upstairs. And the count is now at 2-2. So now a 2-2 pitch. That one is grounded foul down the first base line. So do it again at 2-2. That was a perfect ball that had been right into it would have come through the window this time, had it actually been right in line with me. 2-2 pitch. There's a swing and a miss, a strikeout. And 2 strikeouts. The inning, a 1-2-3 inning for Hunter Halligan, his first frame with a 1-2-3 inning. 1-0 lead for Watertown over Pierre. Back in a minute on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, we salute the service and sacrifice of our members. To show our appreciation for veterans, active duty military, and first responders, we're proud to introduce the We Salute Service and Sacrifice Loan Program, granting a special rate reduction on eligible consumer loans. Valid offer on new secure loans only. Internal refinances and unsecured loans do not qualify. Veterans, active duty military, and first responders, contact our loan team for more details. All deposits are insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. At Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, we're big on you.
Wagner Auto in Pierre has been hitting home runs for over 100 years, delivering quality vehicles and top-notch service to our community. Whether you need a rugged truck, a dependable SUV, or a fuel-efficient car, we've got the perfect lineup to keep you on the road. Proud sponsor of this season's baseball action, we're here to help you drive home a great deal. Stop by today or visit WagnerAuto.com. Wagner Auto, South Dakota's oldest auto dealer.
As we welcome you back, it is the bottom of the fourth, and Post State is down 1-0 the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard, as it will be 3, 4, and 5. Carter Bisker, Marcus Pitkin, and Sam Olson. Anybody reaches base, it'll go to Jonathan Lake. As you're listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station, Emma Thielen is back in the studios. Sean Wickler with you on this Thursday afternoon. No need for any help up here. Trevor Lightfield making sure if I need any first aid assistance. The ball hit the window up here, did not come and hit me. Just me trying to get everything all back squared and making myself get out of breath trying to do it. Here's Carter Bisker, 3, 4, and 5 here for Watertown. First pitch, that's over for strike one. Bisker grounded out to the second baseman, Stosher, back in that bottom of the first inning with one out and the runner on at third. They did score that run, the only run scored so far in this game. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Danberg. That'll bounce in. The count's now 1-1. Bisker looking for his third hits of the postseason. He'll swing at that one, grounded up the middle. Schuffelbein to his left will field. His throw to first is in time for the first out here in the top of the bottom of the fourth inning. And it brings up Marcus Pitkin, who had the RBI single. The only run that has scored so far in this ball game. That line shot back up the middle. Then he was thrown out trying to steal second to put himself back in a scoring position. Which ended up being the 18th man that Sudden Sunshine has thrown out trying to steal this year. Here's a ground ball again up the middle, fielded off the mound from Schuffelbein. His throw to first is in time. Little misdirection play for Schuffelbein, moving to his left, and after it rolled off the mound, he had to move back a couple steps to his right, make the play and a strong throw to get Pitkin out, and there's now two down, and it brings up Sam Olson. Back-to-back ground outs to the shortstop Schuffelbein. Olson reached on an error back in the bottom of the second inning to lead things off and was left stranded over at second. Now 3 for 5 here in the playoff series. Here's the first pitch, line shot, that'll be into center field for a base hit, so a two-out single. Fourth hits for Sam Olson against Post State here these last 2 days. And just the third hits of the ball game for Watertown here in this game. The first hit since the RBI single from Marcus Pitkin. That came back in that bottom of the first. Now Jonathan Lake. And yesterday we saw this with Olson with the base hit with 2 outs after a couple of quick outs. Turned into an RBI double from Jonathan Lake. So got to be careful. Just with the 2-out base hit doesn't mean anything that the inning's over. First pitch, that one is popped up on the infield. Danberg is calling for it. Bridger Babcock, no, leave it for Danberg. He'll make the catch, and that will take care of the inning. And so the 2-out single does not bother Danberg. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left on base. Halfway home of Game 2 of our best-of-3 series. Still 1-0 lead for Watertown over Pierre. Back in a minute on KCCR. You're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
When the South Dakota wind howls and the rain pours, is your home ready? Introducing Pierre Roofing and Gutters, the newest name serving Pierre, Fort Pierre, and surrounding communities. Owned by Karsten Erickson, the same expert you've trusted for years at Karsten Erickson Roofing and Construction. We're expanding to keep our community covered. From full replacement to seamless gutter installs, Karsten and his team deliver. Don't wait for the next storm. Call Pierre Roofing and Gutters today for a free estimate. 605-280-8080. Pierre Roofing and Gutters. Built strong. Built local.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
As we welcome you back, top of the fifth, it is a 1-0 lead for Watertown over Pierre on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. As we look live looking again at KYN TV, a 4-1 lead now for Yankton over Aberdeen here in the top of the fifth inning. That game down at Riverside Field in Yankton. Aberdeen, the home team in Game 2, with a 10-0 win for Yankton in Game 1. They are looking to win the series is Yankton in that best of three. But here it is, an opportunity for the Eights with 9-1-2 to try and get this game tied or potentially even take the lead. If Post State does win this game, we will play a Game 3 that will follow. Basically like a doubleheader would be, 25 to 30 minutes in between games. If Watertown holds on and gets the win, this will be our only game today, and the Eights will be eliminated from the season and from the playoffs. And that would wrap up our baseball broadcast for the season. And the next time we'd be back on the air will be for fall sports and the Pierre Governors. We'd like to see at least one more game. Actually, not just one more game. We'd like to see 2 more games, or 3 more games, because as the first pitch is fouled back, if the Eights come back and win these 2 games today, they will have 2 games that will be played then on Tuesday and Wednesday for sure next week. Here's the 0-1. That's upstairs, and the count's now 1-1. Hunsley singled back in the top of the second. He'll wait on the 1-1 pitch. That's at the knees, and the count's now 1-2. Hunter Halligan, the lefty from the windup, he'll deliver the 1-2 pitch. And Hunsley will sky this one up in the air on the right side. Foul territory. First baseman Rabine will make the catch right in front of the second baseman Everson. And there's one down here in the top of the fifth inning, and it will bring up now Carter Shufflebine. Shufflebine 0 for 2. Flew out to right, popped out to first. So now here in the fifth inning, find a way to put a ball in the gap somewhere. You can find a gap, could lead to a triple and put him just 90 feet away. The Eights have had just one guy on third so far. That was Sun and Shine back in that first inning. Here's a bunt right back to the pitcher. Halligan will throw to first, and Shufflebine is out trying to bunt his way on. One spot you couldn't bunt it back to was to the mound. And that's now 2 down here in the top of the fifth. And it brings up Hudson Stosher. Stosher's 1 for 2. He's singled back in the lead off the top of the third. It was left stranded over at second. Swings and misses at the first pitch for strike 1. Eights are down to their last 7 outs, but only a 1-run ball game. Still plenty of time in this game. Starting to get a little bit late, but still plenty of time to get that 1 run to score. First, the 0-1 pitch is upstairs, and the count's now 1-1. Halligan, the 1-1 pitch here to Stosher. That one is grounded right down the third base line. It will be fair and into the corner. It'll be extra bases for Stosher. He's on his way to second. They will hold him up there with the double. Now it's booted out there in left field. Stosher finds his way to third. And he's on at third with 2 outs, and he's fired up. And the Eights 90 feet away from tying this ball game up here with Sun and Shine to the plates.
Catcher number 3,
That is a big, big triple for Hudson Stosher. And so now Sun and Shine trying to tie this game up here with 2 outs and a runner on at third. Left fielder and Hansen playing really far over and left, which allowed Stosher to easily get a double, and then any kind of misplay out there, just not feeling the ball cleanly, was going to allow him to get to third. 0-1 pitch, there's a swing and a miss, and it's now 0-2 here to Sun and Shine. Halligan trying to work around the 2-out triple. 0-2 count. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And Halligan will get the strikeout. The 2-out triple stranded over at third. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left on base. We head to the bottom of the fifth. 1-0 lead for Watertown over Pierre. Back in a minute on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports. AGE Corporation has been building South Dakota for over 60 years. For all your site work, construction, and crane needs, AGE is there for you. If you need a boat dock and dock lighting, AGE has what you need. Visit their website, agecorp.com, or give them a call at 223-2732. AGE Corporation, providing high-quality services without sacrificing safety. Visit agecorp.com or call 223-2732.
Your morning shouldn't start in chaos. At Pierre Closets, we create custom closets, laundry rooms, mudrooms, and more designed to change how your day starts. Lowering stress, lifting your mood, and helping you get out the door on time. Manufactured locally in Pierre, our solutions are built around how you live. Reclaim your time by reclaiming your space. Call Pierre Closets at 605-223-5855 for free in-home design consultation. Pierre Closets, organized for life.
As we welcome you back, it is the bottom of the fifth and a 1-0 lead for Watertown over Pierre. American Family Insurance, Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. As it is going to be 7-8-9 here for Watertown. Kai Paulson, Ashton Rabine, and Jackson Fallick. Anybody reaches base is back to the top of the order for Cole Hansen. The Junior Legion right now for Post State, they are down 8-7 heading to the top of the seventh inning. Again, they're the home team in this second game. They're on the road playing against Brandon Valley Red in Valley Springs, but they are the home team, so they're looking to keep this an 8-7 deficit and then try and get a walk-off win in the seventh to force a game 3. The other games that are taking place, Senior Legion-wise, it is a 4-2 lead, make that a 4-1 lead for Yankton over Aberdeen, but Brandon Valley and Spearfish are tied 2-2 in the bottom of the fourth inning. Spearfish, the 13 seed, they got 2 runs in the bottom of the third to tie the game up. After they lost 5-0 yesterday, they've made it a 2-2 game right now in the fourth inning. As Kai Paulson, the third baseman, lead things off here. First pitch, ground ball. That'll be foul over on the third base side for strike 1. He struck out looking back in the bottom of the second. The only strikeout so far from Danberg. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors for Watertown. No runs on 5 hits and 1 error for Post 8. Here's the 0-1 from Danberg. That one's a slow curve that was swung on, and just getting a piece of it was Paulson, fouling it away, and the count's 0-2. Here's the 0-2 now from Danberg. That'll miss low, and the count's now 1-2. Looking for a second strikeout. So it would be the second time that he gets Paulson to strike out. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That'll bounce in, and then evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And still Danberg looking for his second strikeout. 2-2 pitch on its way. Line shot to right field. Backing up is Eilers. It's over his head. It'll be extra bases to kick off the bottom of the fifth. Eilers will pick it up. They're going to try again with third. The throw will come from Stosher to third. It's wide of the bag, and it's a leadoff triple here for Kai Paulson. And Watertown is 90 feet away from making this a 2-0 ball game. So after the 2-out triple by Hudson Stosher did not come to pass, it's a leadoff triple here for Watertown. And Ashton Rabine, the first baseman, will come to the plate. Coach Neal will have a quick conversation with him. The infield will come in all the way around. They know how important this run is. They have to have it to keep it from being a 2-0 game. Here's the first pitch now from Danberg to Rabine. This will be flown out towards shallow center field. Here comes Porter Hunsley to make the catch. The runner will bluff the tag. The throw will come in, and it is a good first down here for the Eights. Rabine flies out to center to now bring up Jackson Fallick to the plate. Fallick, who is 0 for 1, ground out to the first baseman, Bridger Babcock. And looking for another ground ball here, and something on the infield, right over to an infielder. Number 9 man, the batting order. Runner on at third with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1-0 lead for Watertown. First pitch swinging, popped up on the infield. Bridger Babcock will leave it for Hudson Stosher on the first base side to make the catch. And there's now 2 down here in the inning. So 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th, and Cole Hansen, the left fielder, to the plate. Hansen doubled the lead off the bottom of the 1st, flew out to center in the 3rd. And Danberg work around this leadoff triple. Here's the first pitch here to Cole Hansen. That's going to be upstairs for a ball. He's 1 for 2. Double in the 1st, flew out to center in the 3rd. That's a big insurance run that's standing over at third base right now for Watertown. 1-0 pitch. That one's fouled away. And so the count goes to now 1-1. 1-1 count here to Cole Hansen with 2 outs and a runner on at third. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's high and outside. The count's 2-1. And you also have that room over at first, an empty base over at first, so you're not necessarily having to give in on it. Don't want to be too cute with it. 2-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss, and the count's now 2-2. Two count. 2 outs here, runner on at third. The bottom of the 5th and a 1-0 lead for Watertown over Pierre. The 2-2. Ground ball over to second. Stosher will field. The throw to first is in time, and the leadoff triple is straightened over at third. What a job by Danberg to get 2 pop-ups and then the ground out to get out of the inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left on base. We head to the 6th. Maybe a little bit of momentum for Post 8s. Down 1-0. Back in a minute on KCCR. Watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
When the South Dakota sun is beating down, your home should be your sanctuary. But a broken air conditioner can turn your living room into a hot oven fast. Whether you need quick repair or a full system replacement, AirTech Heating and Cooling is on the job. Our licensed technicians are available 24/7 for those unexpected emergencies. We pride ourselves on 100% customer satisfaction and quality service you can trust. Call 605-945-0160. AirTech Heating and Cooling, locally owned and keeping the Pierre area comfortable for over 20 years.
It is the top of the 6th. Post 8 down 1-0 here to Watertown, as it will be 4, 5, and 6. Trip Linda Kugel, Will Eilers, and Bridger Babcock. Anybody reaches base, it'll be Aiden Johnson The Aces are trying to get just their second runner on base with less than 2 outs in this ball game. Hudson Stocher had a leadoff single in the top of the third. Other than that, it was back-to-back 2-out singles in the first inning, a walk and a single with 2 outs in the second, and then the triple with 2 outs in the fifth. The only base runners for the Eights. First pitch swinging, that's popped foul out of play for strike one. Brandon Valley Junior Legion will get the win over our Post State Junior Legion 8-7. And so the Eights Junior Legion season comes to an end. They were the 8 seed, but because of the 10 seed hosting the state tournament, there's a swing and a miss by Linda Kugel that counts 0-2. They had to go on the road to take on Brandon Valley, and Brandon Valley Red got the 2 games to none win, as this will be popped up on the 0-2 pitch. On the infield, coming in as the first baseman to make the catch, and Rabine, and there's one down here in the top of the 6th inning. And it will bring up Will Eilers to the plate, who is 0 for 2 so far. Eilers struck out swinging in the first, popped out to first in the third. Here's the first pitch. Swinging, fouled that one out of play for strike one. Again, Brandon Valley eliminates the Junior Legion in an 8-7 win. This will be popped up on the 0-1 pitch. This is foul. That will get out of play. That counts 0-2. And Yankton and Aberdeen in the Senior Legion. It's a 4-1 lead for Yankton over Aberdeen. That's in the now top of the 6th inning, and Brandon Valley and Spearfish still tied 2-2 in the top of the 5th. That's the 4-13 matchup. This will be out towards right field, but just a couple steps into the outfield grass for the second baseman Everson to make the catch. And there's now 2 down here in the top of the 6th, and it brings up Bridger Babcock, who is 0 for 2 with 2 ground outs. So the Eights are now 4 outs from being eliminated. We got 4 outs left, but still only trail 1-0. The RBI 2-out single by Marcus Pitkin in the bottom of the 1st inning. The only run that is scored to this point from either side. Here's the 1-0 to Bridger Babcock. That'll bounce in. The count's 2-0. Just 1 walk so far issued by Hunter Halligan. He walked Riker Edson with 2 outs in the top of the 2nd. 6 strikeouts overall for Halligan. And a check swing, but a called strike, and the count's 2-1 now to Babcock. Left-hander Halligan from the windup, the 2-1 pitch. This will be popped up on the left side. That will get out of play. And the count's now 2-2, and Halligan a strike away from getting through 6 complete. He had 75 pitches through 5 innings, so only 30 pitches to work with. But if he can get Bridger Babcock here without extending the at-bat for, an extra 10 pitches or so, he's going to be in good shape going into that 7th inning. That one will miss inside. The count runs full at 3-2. That was pitch number 85. And he's got 19 pitches after this one. The 3-2 on its way. Babcock spoils it, fouls it away on the left side, out of play. And we'll do it again here at 3-2. Another 3-2 here from Halligan. Another foul ball by Bridger Babcock. And so it remains a full count. Babcock will relace the batting gloves. 3-2. Ground ball up the middle. This will be a tough play for the second baseman Everson. The throw to first is going to be in time. And Kane Everson with a heck of a play up the middle, going over to the third base side. And it remains a 1-0 lead going into the bottom of the 6th for Watertown over Pierre. Back in a minute on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
When life throws you a curveball, May Adam Law Firm in Pierre is here to help you knock it out of the park. For over 130 years, we've been providing trusted legal expertise in business, family law, criminal defense, and more. Proud sponsors of this season's baseball action, we're committed to serving our community both on and off the field. Need legal advice? Step up to the plate with May Adam Law Firm. Visit mayadam.net or call today. May Adam, South Dakota's law firm since 1881.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
It is the bottom of the 6, and for Watertown, they have 2, 3, and 4 trying to get an insurance run, and Will Danberg, who's thrown 66 pitches through 5 innings, has a chance to again, he's in a good spot to get through the 6th inning. The Eights right now just need 1 run to tie the game up. He's in a spot to go full 7 innings if they can get to that bottom of the 7th. But right now, down 1-0. The goal at hand is to keep this a 1-0 deficit as the first pitch swinging, popped up on the right side. This will be Hudson Stosher going out. Will Eilers coming in. He will make the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out as Everson flies out to open up the bottom of the 6th. And it brings up Carter Bisker, who is 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts. So the second baseman and shortstop. 89 pitches for Hunter Halligan, so he's got 16 to work with. Moving into that top of the 7th, he will deal with 7, 8, and 9. Aiden Johnson, Riker Edson, and Porter Hunsley. And the Eights will need at least one of those guys to reach base to then get the top of the order and a chance to tie the game up. Here's a line shot that'll get over the head of Stosher into right field for a base hit. Bisker's now 1 for 3. And now the 5th hit of the ball game for Watertown. Both teams with 5 hits apiece. And Marcus Pitkin, who's got the biggest hit of them all so far in this game, the RBI single back in the bottom of the 1st, will step to the plate. Now you're looking for a ground ball. Quickly get out of this inning. Here's the first pitch coming from Danberg to Marcus Pitkin. That'll bounce in. Good block there from Sun and Shine. That was only the 3rd pitch of the inning, too. Fly on the first pitch to right, and then a base hit by Bisker. Again, looking for a ground ball to try and finish out this inning quickly. That will miss low as well, and the count's 2-0. Again, keeping an eye on those other 2 games going on right now. It is Yankton with the 4-1 lead over Aberdeen. Brandon Valley Spearfish still tied 2-2. If Brandon Valley and Yankton win those games, that will end their series and advance them to the state tournament. If Spearfish and Aberdeen get wins, they'll have a decisive Game 3 in those 2 series. 2-0 pitch. There's a line shot down the right field line, and that is a fair ball and goes all the way out to the corner. That should score a run as rounding third is Bisker. He'll come in to score. It's going to be an RBI triple for Marcus Pitkin, his 2nd RBI of the ball game. And Watertown takes a 2-0 lead now here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Pitkin's got both RBIs, and he stands 90 feet away from making this a 3-0 ball game. And the Eights now have work in front of them as Coach Iverson will make his way out. Not sure if they'll make a pitching change or not to try and get through this 6th inning. And Danberg will give the baseball to Coach Iverson. Looks like Carter Shufflebine will come on to pitch. And would mean Hudson Stosher moving over to short and Riker Edson coming in the ball game to play 2nd. So we will step aside and we will come back in a minute with the 2-0 lead for Watertown over Pierre. Back in a minute on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota in Pierre is proud to sponsor today's game. Whether you're in the market for a brand new Ford, Lincoln, or Toyota, or a quality pre-owned vehicle, our team is here to get you back on the road in style. From tough trucks to family SUVs, we've got the selection you need and the hometown service you deserve. Browse online anytime at CapitalCityFordToyota.com. Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, where community drives us forward.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
So it is now Carter Shufflebine on the mound with one out here in the bottom of the sixth inning, and Watertown leading at 2-0. And Shufflebine's got to do the job to keep this a 2-run ball game. He threw an inning giving up a hit, but he struck out all three guys back in that 4-3 win where he picked up the save. And for Shufflebine, he's going to be just as good here. A strikeout of Sam Olson is, I wouldn't say the only thing that can happen, but it's going to be one of the few things that can happen. Otherwise, a pop-up on the infield is another way. The Eights were able to get out of a leadoff triple in the fifth inning without any damage, but the one-out single by Carter Bisker, then the RBI triple for Marcus Pitkin, who drove in at now both of those runs, makes this a 2-0 game. Shufflebine, he's thrown 10 2/3 innings. This will be his 9th relief appearance, a 1-1 record with 2 saves, 7 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 7 walks, and 23 strikeouts. ERA at 1.31, a whip at 1.31, the batting average against at 179 as the first pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Can't close the book officially yet on Danberg. 5 1/3 innings, though, 6 hits allowed, no walks, 1 strikeout in 71 pitches, but he's responsible for that runner over at third. Infield is in all the way around, the 1-0 pitch. That one's at the letters for a strike to Sam Olson, who is 1 for 2, reaching on an air back in the second, and then he singled in the fourth. 6 hits now for Watertown. Out hitting the Eights by 1 with a 2-0 lead here in this bottom of the 6th. 1-1 pitch. That one's over for a strike, and the count's now 1-2, and Shufflebine looking for a strikeout here of Sam Olson. The Eights will have 7, 8, and 9 at the top of the 7th. Going to get multiple guys on base. Here's the 1-2 from Shufflebine. From the windup, he'll deliver. Taken for strike 3 on the outside edge, and a big strikeout looking of Sam Olson. That's what you needed for the second out, and now Jonathan Lake to the plate. Flew out to center, popped out to first. Now 2 away, the infield will go back to regular depth. Trying to get out of this inning. 89 pitches thrown so far for Hunter Halligan. No activity in the left field bullpen for Watertown. Here's the first pitch. That one is taken for a strike on the outside edge. That runner at third, Marcus Pitkin, the center fielder, driven in both runs for Watertown so far today. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one is on the outside edge for a strike, and the count's now 0-2. And Shufflebine a strike away from getting out of this inning and sending us the 7th with a 2-0 deficit and the season on the line. Shufflebine from the windup. Here is the 0-2 pitch. Taken, that was just inside. That one looked really good. It looked like it was going to be strike 3, but that one will miss inside. The count's now 1-2. Still got an opportunity for the strikeout, though. 1-2 count with 2 outs. Shufflebine from the windup. He'll deliver the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he'll get the strikeouts to end the bottom of the sixth inning. A run will score on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the 7th, the 8th season on the line. They need at least 2 to tie, 3 to take the lead. Back in a minute on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Step up to the plate with Kathy Sunshine Properties in Pierre, your go-to for buying, selling, and finding your perfect home. Whether you're looking for a cozy cottage or a spacious family home, Kathy Sunshine Properties has you covered. We're committed to helping you make your next big move, on the field or in your life. Ready to find your dream home? Call Kathy Sunshine Properties at 605-224-5588. Your home run in real estate.
As we welcome you back, top of the 7th, it is a 2-0 lead for Watertown over Pierre on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. Hunter Halligan will have 16 pitches to work with as we take a live look in. It is a 4-1 lead still for Yankton over Aberdeen. Looks like maybe you got a little bit of an issue with the stream over there. It looks like it's frozen, where everybody's not sure what might have happened with it, but it is still a 4-1 lead for Yankton over Aberdeen. And maybe we'll see if we can get that live look in here. Yeah, 4-1 in the bottom of the 6th for Yankton over the Smitties. Again, courtesy and thanks to our friends at KYN TV. Post 8 here to start this top of the 7th inning. They've got Aiden Johnson, Riker Edson, and Porter Hunsley. Looks like no, Will Danberg is going to hit for Aiden Johnson. So Will Danberg is going to swing the bats. The first pitch will miss for ball 1. Danberg yesterday went 2 for 3. That pitch will be upstairs, and the count's now 2-0. Two-0 count. Hunter Halligan, this will be pitch number 92 for him. Swing and a miss by Danberg, and the count's 2-1. Trying to be a leadoff base runner here in this top of the 7th. Hunter Halligan delivers a 2-1 pitch. That is outside, and the count's now 3-1. And there's no activity in the left field bullpen. Not sure who they might turn to, if it's going to be Bisker, who was warming up yesterday in that 6th inning. That will be inside, and it will be a leadoff walk. The second walk issued in the ball game by Hunter Halligan. Only the second time the Eights will have a base runner on with less than 2 outs. And so now Riker Edson, who is now playing second, will come to the plate. The Eights need 2 runs here in this top of the 7th. They got one of those 2 guys on base right now. Here's the first pitch. That one is over for strike 1. This will be pitch number 96 now from Halligan. He's down to 9 pitches remaining. There's a high chopper. This will be Bisker that will field. Underhand flip, the throw to first. It is going to be a double play. Bisker was barely able to get into the second baseman, Everson, who then barely got to first in time for a double play, and there's now 2 down. And just like that, the Eights are down to their final outs here this season. A 6-4-3 double play Another split second on each of those tosses would be first and second with nobody outs. First pitch is upstairs for ball one. Hudsley has to be a base runner here for the Eights. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's inside. The count's now 2-0. Watertown looking to get back to the state tournament again. They didn't have to qualify last year. Last time, that one was at the knees in the outside corner, and the count's now 2-1. Last time they qualified for the state tournament was against this post-8 team 2 years ago in Watertown. 2-1 pitch. This will be popped up on the right side. Long run for everybody coming towards it. The first baseman will make the catch in a Rabine, and Watertown will sweep post-8 and advances to the state tournament as the 10 seed beats the 7 seed. And a complete game shutout for Hunter Halligan. We will come back and wrap up the season after this 2-minute break. You're listening to Post-8 Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
Step up to the plate with Overhead Door Company of Pierre. Like your favorite team, we deliver reliability, strength, and top-notch performance. For over 100 years, Overhead Door has been the most respected name in the industry. From commercial or residential repairs to full upgrades, our team of technicians stand ready to provide winning results. Don't let a faulty garage door strike you out. Look for the signature red ribbon and call the industry MVP at 605-224-6200. Bring your garage door game to the big leagues.
People helping people.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Post-8 will fall 2-0 here at the final score on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. Marcus Pitkin gets both RBIs, so help win that ball game for Watertown. He had an RBI single in the first inning with 2 outs, and an RBI triple with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th to get the insurance run. And Watertown, with the complete game shutout from Hunter Halligan, will advance to the state tournament. And now we'll wait to see how everything else falls. If no upsets between the 4, 5, or 3 through 6 seeds, they will be the 8 seed taking on Rapid City Post 22 in the final game of day 1 of the state tournament. If any upsets happen between 4, 5, and 6, or 3, 4, 5, and 6, they'll move up as many upsets as there are the rest of the way. So no official set for Watertown, and they won't be official until, again, those other 4 series are done. Doesn't matter what happens between Harrisburg and Renner. If it's an upset, doesn't matter. Watertown will still be the 8 seed, but they will to see exactly where the other teams land, as Yankton and Aberdeen still a 4-1 game. Brandon Valley and Spearfish are tied 2-2. So it is a 2-0 win for Watertown as we look at the stats in this game. A leadoff double by Cole Hansen in the bottom of the first. The 8's actually in the top of the first inning as they were the road team. They got 2-out singles from Sun and Shine. Trip Lindenkugel made it first and third, but a strikeout of Will Eilers nixed any opportunity to try and score in that first inning. Then with 2 outs and a runner on at third for Watertown. Marcus Pitkin hits an RBI single to make it a 1-0 game. That stood after a 2-outs walk and single made it first and second in the second inning. Did not score again for Post State. Leadoff single in the third for Hudson Stocher. He got to second on a sacrifice bunt. Did not advance from there. The 1-2-3 fourth inning and then a 2-out triple from Hudson Stocher in the fifth, but he could not score again. And then in the seventh inning, after Pitkin with the RBI triple in the bottom of the sixth, in the seventh there was a leadoff walk to Will Danberg, but he was retired on the 6-4-3 double play that nearly put the Eights with runners at first and second. I mean, another split second. Danberg safe at second. That was a close play at second, and then the throw to first barely beat Riker Edson. So a couple of split seconds that would have put first and second with nobody out instead ended up being first nobody on and 2 outs in that seventh inning. And Hunter Halligan was very good getting the first 2 outs of each inning. Only twice did the leadoff man reach base, and only twice did base runners get on with less than 2 outs in the ballgame. And Pitkins 2 RBIs, the difference in the ballgame. No runs, 5 hits, 1 error, and 6 men left on base for the Eights. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors, 4 men left on base for Watertown. Halligan goes those 7 innings, those 5 hits allowed, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. Will Danberg, a 5 1/3 inning, giving up 6 hits, 2 runs, no walks, and a strikeout. Carter Shuffleby in the final 2/3 of an inning with 2 strikeouts. The only 2 guys that he faced kept keeping that a 2-0 game at the time, and that is the final score of this ball game. So Watertown advances. They will play Rapid City. Well, they will play in Rapid City. They don't necessarily play Post 22 quite yet. It all depends on how everything else. They reseed. So any team that is below them in the standings, the 14, 13, 12, or 11 seed, if they win, Watertown will move up a spot, and then they'll go 1 through 8 after that. But Post 22 is the number 1 seed. They're already in. They're the host team, not because they're the host team. They're the number 1 team. They're the number 1 team because of where they got in the standings at the end of the regular season. Sioux Falls West is already in at a beating Huron 10-0 and 6-1, and everybody else still playing to get into the state tournament. So Watertown officially is the 3rd team to reach the state tournament here, as they pick up a 2-0 win over Post State to advance to the state tournament. So it is Hunter Halligan with the complete game shutout. So Watertown with that 2-0 win. The time of the ball game was an hour and 37 minutes. That will wrap up things for us here from Hyde Stadium, and for our baseball season and summer season. Our next broadcast will be in fall sports. Come out this weekend in the 14U state tournament. Post State's 14U will play here at Hyde Stadium both tomorrow and tomorrow night at 12 and 7:30. Then again at 7:30 on Saturday. And we'll have Facebook Live coverage on the Post State Facebook page from Hyde Stadium. I'll be a part of that coming up here this weekend, both Friday and Saturday, I guess all of Friday, Saturday, and Sunday here at Hyde Stadium. But the Eights will fall 2-0, and that will wrap up their season as they finish at 16-19-1 on the year. And unfortunately fall in the final, I guess they wouldn't have lost 6 straight, but to lost 5 of the last 6 with that tie in there as well. So it is a season that comes to an end. Bridger Babcock, Hudson Schaefer, the 2 seniors for this Post State team, they wrap up their careers with Post State, and we wish them the best in college and moving forward from Post State and for their time as Pierre Governors, Hawaii Capitals, and now for Pierre Post State. But it is a 2-0 win for Watertown. They advance to the state tournament over Pierre, and they will be playing next Tuesday against one of the other 7 teams that are into the state tournament. But that wrap it up for us. I want to say thanks to Emma Thielen back at the station. John Mickley here signing off. A 2-0 win for Watertown over Pierre as we say so long from Hyde Stadium.
Pierre Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Pierre Post State Baseball is brought to you by Kathy Sunshine Properties, Wagner Auto, Kruger Contracting, May Adam, Stulkin Peterson LLP, Cone Egg, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, Overhead Door, Pierre Roofing and Gutters, Todd's Electric, American Family Insurance Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Shane's Pharmacy, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Pierre Closets, Fording Electric, Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, Zander Auto Parts, AGE Corporation Ready Mix, Comtech, DJ Senix, Kruger Climate Control, Envirotech, Hunsley Auto Body, Bank West, CHS River Plains, Edward Jones Financial, Gales Gas, Lamb Motors, the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General Consumer Protection Division, AirTech Heating and Cooling, and First Dakota National Bank. Join us throughout the playoffs for more action on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports, Central